Good morning, dear students. Welcome to P.N.AMERSEY e-learning classes. Our second topic is about transparent, opaque, and translucent objects. Recall our grouping objects as opaque, transparent, or translucent in chapter 4. If we cannot see through an object at all, it is an opaque object. If you are able to see clearly through an object, it allows light to pass through it and is transparent. There are some objects through which we can see but not very clearly. Such objects are known as translucent objects. So, let us understand the objects transparent, opaque, and translucent. What is transparent? Transparent objects allow light to pass through them and thus we can see clearly objects through them. Clean air, glass, water are the some examples of transparent objects. You can see in the slide the man is standing on front of the wall. Is it a transparent object? The wall is not a transparent object. Water bottle. Water bottle and a glass is an transparent object. Transparent objects, here are some slides. You can see window, some bottles has been shown, some slides has been shown, and even the flowers has been in the transparent plastic. What is opaque? Opaque objects do not allow light to pass through them. We cannot see anything through them at all. For example, door, chair, wall, tree, book, sofa, etc. You can see in the slide the opaque objects has been shown. A classroom, a door, a bed. Third type of translucent objects. Translucent objects allow some light to pass through them. Objects can be seen through them but not clearly. For example, butter paper, oily paper, muddy water, tissue paper, frosted glass, etc. You can see in the slide tissue paper, frosted glass. So, dash do not allow light to pass through it. Glass, water, air, all these are transparent objects. From this, the light can be passed. So, plastic chair is the object through which the light does not pass. Which of the following is translucent object? A. Frosted glass. B. Wooden table. C. Tissue paper. D. Both A and C. The correct answer is both A and C, frosted glass and tissue paper. Activity 1. Look around yourself and collect as many objects you can. An eraser, plastic scale, pen, pencil, notebook, single sheet of paper, tracing paper, or a piece of cloth. Try to look at something far away through each of these objects as shown in the figure 11.1. Is light from a faraway object able to travel to your eye through any of the objects? Record your observations in a table as shown in the figure 11.1. We see that a given object or a material could be transparent, translucent, or opaque, depending on what it allows light to pass through it completely, partially, or not at all. Now, method. Hold the objects you have collected in front of a lighted candle one at a time. When you see the lighted candle clearly through the object should be regarded as transparent material. Second, When you see the lighted candle faintly or partially, the object consists of more or some translucent material. When the lighted candle is invisible, the object is made of some opaque material. So, dear students, with the following objects, you can identify the material could be transparent, translucent, or opaque. And you can complete table 11.1 in page number 108. Third topic: what exactly are shadows? Activity 2: sometimes shadow of an object gives an idea about its shape. Now, one by one, hold each of the opaque objects in the sunlight, slightly above the ground. What do you see on the ground? You know that the dark patch formed by each on the ground is due to its shadow. Sometimes you can identify the object by looking at its shadow. You can see in the figure 11.2 in your textbook. Spread a sheet of paper on the ground. Hold a familiar opaque object at some height so that its shadow is formed on the sheet of paper on the ground. Ask one of your friends to draw the outline of the shadow while you are holding the object. Draw outlines of the shadows of other objects in a similar way. Now ask some other friends to identify the objects from these outlines of shadow. How many objects are they able to identify correctly? Did you observe something? That your shadow in a dark room or at night when there is no light? Do you observe a shadow when there is just a source of light and nothing else in a room? It seems we need a source of light and an opaque object to see a shadow. Is there anything else required? So, can you see the shadow? No, you cannot see a shadow in the dark. You have to switch on the light. You will now see the shadow of the paper or a sheet on the ground. There has to be a source of light for a shadow to form. So, in this activity, the conclusion comes: a source of light is needed for a shadow to be formed. Thank you, dear students.